Let's talk about planning and how it can make a change in your life. As you inspire to move forward in the coming year, or you're embracing change that is upon the horizon for you today, I want to show you a tool that's going to make it so much easier for you to accomplish all your goals. When it comes to using GoodNotes, a digital note-taking application, paired with a digital planner, you not only have the ability to create a vision for your life, set goals for yourself each and every day, but prioritize what matters most. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can make real change, how you can embrace what's important, and how you can get things done that matter to you, your family, the businesses, and the people that you are around. So you're going to want to pay attention to this video and take some notes of your own. 25 to 30% better memory recall. According to a Princeton and UCLA study, students who took notes by hand had significant better retention and conceptual understanding of those that typed. More brain engagement. A 2020 study by the University of Tokyo found that digital handwriting activities activate more areas of the brain associated with memory, language, and problem solving than those that typed or tapped. Writing by hand triggers stronger neural encoding of information. That means you're more likely to remember what you wrote and act on it. That last one there gives me goosebumps. See, when you look at planning and you look at yourself and you think of all these thoughts and ideas, and as you discover who you are and you try to learn what you want to accomplish, there's so much science behind why digital planning and why digital handwriting makes such an improvement on your capabilities to succeed. See, I can go into my Google Calendar and I can put in a task. I can even block off time. But I don't always have the energy to go ahead and write out what I want to do. I don't organize my thoughts around that, and generally it leaves me in a space where I don't have clarity on what I'm trying to achieve. Science here tells us that handwriting improves the focus by engaging fine motor skills, slowing you down just enough so you have intentional thinking. See, I can rattle off a sentence and I can type out a master plan, but have I really had the energy and thought in what I'm doing? Versus when I'm handwriting, as I'm putting those words on my tablet, the thoughts behind them start to spark. I actually have more connection with my brain because your hand becomes an extension of your brain, not just a tool for recording and processing, but it's a tool that helps you develop all the skills and ideas you have for yourself. That's what's changed for me. I used to be a planner. Many of you, some of you, are probably familiar with Franklin Covey, Full Focus, Daytimer. These were all planners of the 90s, and they made huge impacts on a lot of people's lives. And then as the iPad and all these tablets started to introduce themselves, we kind of embraced the idea of computing. However, our hands and our brains lost that connection. Our hand just became a tool to move through the content and not a tool for helping us have intuition on what we want to achieve. So when I introduced the planner, it wasn't just about trying to capture everything that I used to do and achieve through paper planning. It was about mastering everything that digital tablets had to offer that paper planners didn't. I had the ability to search across my notes. I had the ability to expand across additional pages and notebooks. Everything was all in one. It was really the best of both worlds. So as you consider what you want to achieve, you need to consider the benefits of digital handwriting versus paper planning or computing and typing. One thing that makes GoodNotes really powerful is it has the ability to pull in PDFs that are interactive. So when it comes to navigation, you can swipe across pages, you can tap on hyperlinks to get to different sections of the planning systems. You can quickly access your daily pages, your vision page, or even more importantly, your personal development areas. See, with GoodNotes, we not only have just the ability to handwrite, highlight for time blocking, being able to use the lasso tool to select your notes and move them, rescale them, or copy them from one page to the next. And it goes beyond just those tools. There's tools that allow you to convert your handwritten notes to text, correct your spelling, even in a handwritten format. And this is just one of many different tips that I provide in this video right here. So if you are new to GoodNotes, go ahead and check it out. It's going to give you a deep dive on all the different things that GoodNotes can inspire you to do. But I also want you to know what's important about utilizing GoodNotes. It works across multiple platforms. It can sync across all your Apple devices. If it be your iPad, your iPhone, your MacBook. It'll also synchronize across Windows devices and Android devices as well if you download the GoodNotes app and share and collaborate your planner with those devices. So now that we talked about the why you want to consider using digital planning, we've covered the application to give you the confidence to know that you're on the right path. I'm going to talk today about why you are even using a planner versus a scheduling system. And is it really a system in the first place? I mean, think about it for a minute. When you go to your Google Calendar and you block off a time, yeah, it synchronizes across your ecosystem. But is it really a system? I mean, besides notifications that alarm you on where you need to be, does it help provide you with the thoughts and ideas, give you clarity on what you need to discuss, help you organize what you want to go over? It really doesn't. It doesn't help you master the day. It doesn't help you determine what's most important that you need to achieve. All it does is blocks off your time. That almost seems a little demotivating to me. Because with a planner, I start the week by looking at my weekly review. I determine, hey, what's going to be the biggest impacts for me? How am I going to set the stage for where I'm going to focus? Who are the people that I'm going to cross paths with that I want to be able to plug into? And who's going to plug into me? What are all the different things that are on my plate? If you ever studied the method, getting things done, it starts with being able to organize what you want to do. Then banging out clarity on what you want to achieve. See, in our planning system, we talk about what's critical, what's not critical, what's an emergency, has a hard deadline that you need to do right now, versus what are the things that you have the flexibility to schedule out so you can have the time and create the energy so you can really focus on what you want to accomplish. A scheduling system doesn't do that. A scheduling system doesn't take those thoughts and ideas, those action steps that you now planned, and put them into a daily activity like the daily Key 3. See, when we look at our planner, I want you to know that it's not about the time that you're committed to. It's about the things that you're committed to get done. The daily Key 3 gives you the confidence to know each and every day, hey, if I achieve these 3 things, in the big picture, I am moving the needle forward. James Clear in Atomic Habits said it's not about making a splash. It's about making 1% adjustments and achieving results week after week after week. So as we turn and reflect on everything that we've accomplished, we see momentum. That growth will add up over time. And that's what a planner will do. We focus 90 days at a time to look at what's important now, determine how we might want to adjust or pivot so we can continue to take course on the things that we want to achieve. So many of you guys are looking at this in the new year, or maybe you're looking at a stage in your life when you want to have great impact. Well, that's what a planning system like the Key2Success Planner is going to do. We're going to talk about what it is that is most important for you to achieve in the next 12 weeks and work to accomplish them. In the book, The 12-Week Year, it does just that. And the planner follows similar traits of that methodology. Because if you just jump into the year and say, this is what I'm going to do, I can imagine many of you by May, June, and July can't really remember what your resolutions were for the year, nor are you able to account for the advancements you made on them. But with each quarter in our planning system, you reestablish what's important to you. You gain traction and you see the growth as you move through the months and the weeks by using the tools each day to have clarity on what you want to have in front of you that you want to achieve and accomplish. The last thing I'll say, it's not a place just to have a master list of tasks. It's a place to have a master plan of what things are most important to you. They're going to drive home the results. It's going to make you live the life that you've always wanted to achieve. And today with the planning system, as I've worked to develop this over the number of years, I want to see real impacts in your life. I want to work with you, alongside you. That's why we provide all these videos and all the different free training. We also have one-on-one coaching and team development programs that we do. We've developed this planner to meet you at whatever road in life you are looking to cross. We have 4 editions: the personal, professional, business, and executive. And then we have a complete edition that showcases everything. So as you look at each individual edition, personal, professional, business, and executive, ask yourself, in what areas of life do you need the most support? Personal edition is going to help you focus on what's tried and true to you, your vision, your personal life and activities. The professional edition is going to add tools. They're going to help your professional growth and help you get clarity on what you're working on, if it be through projects or meeting management. The business edition is going to give you a larger framework so you can see your vision over the next several years come into your daily planning. While the executive edition is going to help you build on the organizational goals and the professional goals that you have for you, but bring in other members of your team so you guys are all working coherently towards the same goals. And the complete edition is going to include our planner and all the journals and tools that we have, as well as a one-on-one session with me and support opportunities to help make sure all your devices are running effectively and efficiency with our planning system. So let's break each one of these down, starting with the personal edition. Who is it really designed for, and how can it be impactful for you? The personal edition is going to be designed for individuals, students, or anyone seeking clarity in their daily routines, life goals, and time management. It has a number of different tools that I'm going to showcase for you, starting with your vision board. The vision board is a place where you can start to plot out what you want to achieve on the year. If it be in your personal life, your work life, it's a place for you to really kind of have a visionary thought and take idea before you take action on what you want to do. And as we expand on the vision board, it has the ability that you can go through the year and start to plot out, hey, in this quarter, or that quarter, I'm going to make myself accountable for the different task, activity, or the thing I wanted to start to work on by setting a dot on the map of when you're going to take action on it. When we look at the personal edition and we look at this vision, we start to build our annual keys. There's 4 key annual keys in our planning system: self, career, community, and relationship. And each is a cornerstone of your life that helps you accelerate what you want to accomplish. We not only talk about what we want to see for a vision in each one of these cornerstones, we also brainstorm out how we're going to go about doing it, and then we set individual goals. These goals are then taken to our goal page, where we start to actually plan out the action steps on how we're going to accomplish those goals. We also have a place on the goal page where you can take notes. So as you go through the year and you start to reflect on your different achievements, you can actually take note of what you're able to accomplish and when you were able to achieve it. Now, when we look at the planning system, it really comes down into quarterly planning, monthly planning, weekly planning, and daily planning. And just like a funnel, as we start wide at the top and narrow at the bottom, that's what we do with our planning style. Your broad quarterly and monthly planning should be just that, broad in topics and ideas. But as you get into your daily planning, there should be action steps that are very specific to what you need to accomplish today and what you're working on this week. And we provide you all of that so you can be able to navigate through your monthly and weekly and daily activities across these pages. Now, these pages are developed so that they can work horizontally or vertically. They also scale to the size of your screen, and they even start on Sunday or Monday, depending on what is the first day of the week in your planning system. And this portion carries through all of our planners. And what would a planner be without a note section? Use this note section to journal each day. on what's taking place. Use it as a place of reflection on what you accomplished and what you didn't achieve, and how you might improve the results in the next day. The main purpose of the personal edition is to help you build routines so you have focus on the habits and help effectively manage your time and energy, so the things that are first priority are the first things you're getting done. Franklin Covey said in the 7 Habits of Successful People, one of those habits being putting first things first. You'll hear me mention many times the importance of doing what matters most. And in this edition and all the editions, we focus on the Daily Key 3. These are the 3 inspirational things that are going to make a true impact on what you're able to accomplish. Now, as we move into the professional edition, we're going to expand on everything that's already included in the personal edition, but I want you to know this is ideal for the working professional, the leaders in your team, the ones that are looking to build out structure and productivity in what they're trying to accomplish professionally. The tools like the Ideal Week help give you structure and give you utility so that you can see a routine each and every week by able to determine the things that you want to focus on, build out that morning and evening routine so you can be able to organize your to-dos and have clarity on what is in front of you, but also be able to create a life balance so you can see like, hey, this is the time I'm committing to my personal, professional, and self-development. It gives you the tools to help you indicate how you might framework your lifestyle, and builds on the fact that you can implement those into habits with the habit tracker. The habit tracker is a tool that not only helps you develop good habits, but helps you overcome the habits that are not giving you a positive result. Helps you understand the goals and motivations behind those habits, and then gives you a place to track them on a weekly basis. But it's not just about saying if you did or didn't do it. It's about understanding why you were able to accomplish or weren't able to achieve it. See, with the challenges and opportunities section, you're able to indicate each week. Did you have someone visit? Was there something that interrupted your lifestyle that didn't allow you to achieve what you set out to do? Or was there something that really created an opportunity that allowed you to hit the boxes each and every day so you saw great results? And you can use this box to help navigate you from week to week so you can continue to see growth. Now, as we look at the meeting pages, this is one of the most important parts of the planning system. We spend so much time in meetings. And so often I hear people say, I have all these meetings. And that's all they say. I never hear them say, you wouldn't believe all the things we accomplished in meetings this week. Because the work doesn't get done in meetings, but we need that collaboration. With our meeting page, I want you to go in and look at who is at the meeting. What is the agenda? Then I want you to say, with this box, these are the questions I need to ask. These are the answers I need to get. And these are the action steps and the projects that are being discussed in the particular meeting. And then a place to take notes. And the reason why this is so important, because if you go into a meeting prepared, knowing what you need to plug in and take out of it, you are going to find not only can you scale back the frequency of those meetings or even the time in which you're meeting, but it gives you really what your true action steps are and lets you determine what matters most. And with every single meeting, I want you to reflect, because it's not going to change overnight. What can you do to improve the streamline of this meeting? And do that each and every time, because I find that so many individuals that use this page come back to me and say, hey, I have our meetings down to 10 or 15 minutes and we are getting more done in them than we ever accomplished before. And that expands onto the project page of our planning system. See, when I look at projects, it's just not a title. It's a collection of thoughts and ideas that are coming together into a plan that we're organizing over a timeline that we want to accomplish. There might be different players that are help contributing to this plan, but you have a role in its success as well. Maybe you are a leader of this project, maybe you're someone involved in it, or you're someone monitoring the results that are coming of it. It doesn't matter. This tool is going to help give your role in the project more clarity so you can work on the points of interest that you're involved in. Now, the last thing I want to talk about the professional edition is with the professional edition, there are so many different tiles that really kind of expand on what you can do with this and every single edition of our planner. And I'll showcase a number of those in the future. But one thing that I see, if you're in sales, project management, HR, marketing, you want to take your daily activities and customize them a little bit. Maybe you want to add a call log to your daily schedule. And these are all things that we can do to make each one of these additions more impactful for your workflow. And we'll discuss those in a little bit in the video, but know there is tiles that are designed to help you master this. Ultimately, what is the goal of the professional planner? It's really to help you structure your workday and enhance your productivity so you can manage your time, so you can achieve the results you're looking to accomplish. As we roll into the business edition, we're really broadening that funnel. What we want to do with the business edition is include everything that's in the professional edition, and we want this to be ideal for entrepreneurs, small business owners, those that are running side hustles, those that are looking to make a life change in their professional plan over the next several years, or even someone that's organizing an organization and is trying to lead yourself through a time of uncertainty. When I developed the professional builder and created the business operating system, what I wanted was a centralized place where I could have my vision of what I wanted to achieve over the next 3 years. I want to understand the challenges that I'm facing right now that are prohibiting or stalling my success. Those boulders are in the way, and I wanted to work towards moving them so I could see the results that I'm capable of. I wanted to recognize the different strengths that I had that I could empower to be able to help move those boulders and execute that vision. But I wanted to be true to myself. See, the fundamental beliefs I think are so important to every single plan that we're executing, because if we go against our fundamental beliefs, the organization's fundamental beliefs, it's harder to roll a boulder uphill. And that's what I think of when I think of fundamental beliefs. If we can align ourselves on our beliefs and make our action plans coherent so we don't go against them, it's like sanding a board with the grain. It comes out so much better in the long run. But through this process, we need to know how we're really measuring the results. What is our KPIs? What are the things that we can look at each day, each week to really measure the needle so that over the course of the next 10 years, we're able to have a target that we're aligning to. So when we step back and we throw that dart, we're hitting that bullseye. We know the direction we're trying to go and what we're trying to achieve. But the absolutes, so many different entrepreneurs, so many business or organizational leaders focus on everything they're trying to do. And sometimes that creates a failure. Failures are acceptable. If you ever read the book, The Entrepreneur Myth, we talk about the entrepreneur siege. And that is a great book for anyone that's looking to grow their organization. But what I took from that book was understanding what my absolutes are. Maybe I have a goal of growing 12% this next year, but I'm going to work to achieve that goal each and every day. But at any given point, if I don't hit this absolute of 4 or 5% growth, I'm going to stop. I'm going to get back in my box and ask myself why. I'm going to look at all the things around me and determine if I need to make any changes, adaptations, or any pivots. Because the moment that I can't hit those absolutes, the business isn't going up, it's going down. And there's only two directions of business. They're either up or they're down. And understanding what your absolutes are going to help mitigate your risk. As we move over to the next page in the professional builder, we start to understand what our role is. What is our action steps? And how are we going to make those a part of a daily or weekly or monthly process so we can continue to execute time and time again what we want to achieve. And through that, we're going to set 3 key goals over the next 3 years. Some of these are cascading. Some of these are just goals that we're going to work through as we work through the next 3 years. But what's important to understand is how do these goals affect our organization and ourselves? See, if we achieve that 12% goal that we talked about, did we ever consider how that might affect our delivery, customer service, cash flow, our vendor response, our ability to produce the widgets with quality, and what does that look like for our staffing? See, with the organizational impacts, we're able to determine how our success is going to affect the business, and then we can make triggers for adaptations. Well, maybe as you're moving along in that plan of 12% growth and you've reached 8 or 9%, you're starting to find a pinching point in some of the different areas of the organization. This is a great time to make an adaptation. Trigger you to cross-train, rely on other vendors, hire more staff, change different workflows or processes, bring in new equipment so the business can keep moving forward and we don't find ourselves plateauing on our goals. And we have a whole section in the system that's about building out those impacts and making real adaptations. Ultimately, I need you to know what your role is in all of this. If it be for your own self-growth or your personal or professional growth, I want you to summarize what is the role that you're going to play in this. And the professional builder brings into light the importance of the other pages in the business operating system. We have a whole video that goes through how you can use this business entrepreneurial system to really make a difference. And I'll link that up right here. But I wanted to showcase an important segment of the business planner and that BOS system and how it can make a huge impact in you. The other big pages that are in the business edition is the expense tracker. This allows you to capture your receipts, make expense logs, and kind of carry that through the year as you move through the planning system. It also has the monthly plan. The monthly plan is probably one of the best additions that I made to this planner since its original conception. It gave me the ability to look at my month and brainstorm, have that second brain moment of like, what's all the things I want to accomplish this month? And then build out the clarity of what things should I be focusing on? Where does my opportunities lie? And it takes me through a plan of being able to put the first things first in my monthly planning. And I have a number of videos that cover this particular page in depth. If you search Second Brain, you'll see a handful of those videos that showcase how you can utilize this page as a part of the planning system. I also have a complete video series that trains you on how to use all these pages more in depth. Series 1 and Series 2, and I'll discuss the difference of those in a few minutes. Lastly, the Executive Edition includes everything that the Business Edition and every edition below that has to offer. But it does something for you as a leader. As a leader, we have goals for ourselves, and we also have organizational goals. We're trying to inspire and move something forward, something greater than us alone. And that is where the team builder comes into play. See, when you make organizational goals with the BOS, you start to understand the importance of the role of each individual on your team. We go through your organizational chart. We determine the areas that need growth, what staffing needs development, where there might be dividing roles, where there might be opportunities, and we help you understand how you're going to continue to build on what you already have so you can achieve the results you're hoping to. But then we break it down into individual team members. What does their career vision look like? Somebody once told me that worked at McDonald's as a manager. I know many of the people that are walking in for an application today can do great things, but I know that I'm not the end of the line of the great things that they're going to do. I'm only a stepping stone in their success. What I learned from that is he understood the role that he played in my success, and this sheet helps you determine the role that you play in each team members that works for you. It also helps them understand what their absolutes are. What is it that they need to accomplish? It helps them know what their goals are that they're contributing to the organizational goals. Just like a puzzle, we all have a piece in the master plan. And if we can help go through each of our team members and leaders in the organization and help them understand their plan, we are moving the organization forward. And as an executive, as a leader in your business, this tool is really going to help you communicate with your team, understand where their struggles are, where their strengths are and help them grow while they're under your watch, but also help them contribute to each member's success in the team, because we are a team. And as a team, we will accomplish great things. And you will not only lead, but you will coach your team to organizational success. If you heard a little bit about the Complete Edition, the Complete Edition expands on our planning system. It includes the Executive Planner. It includes it for all the different applications. So if you're using an e-ink tablet, a PDF annotation app, or OneNote, all the different versions are included. It includes all of our journals. So the Decision Journal, the Communication Planner, and all of the e-tiles and tiles that we haven't discussed yet that help you customize and personalize your planning system. And also, it includes a session have us help you get set up with your planner at any given time. This is the Key2Success Planner. And at any time you have any questions, hop on our website, start a chat. We'll be happy to help you determine what is best for you. As we are working through this video and you're starting to determine which edition of our planners will be best for you and which application you're going to use for digital planning, you probably have some questions like, hey, am I able to customize the system? And the answer to that is yes. With tiles, you can use PNG files to individually mask out sections of our planner to make your own personal workflow. You can change the daily time blocks, you can add your own particular widgets to the note pages, and you can even build custom landscapes that you can import into the planning system. You can go ahead and then copy those layouts and paste them over multiple pages or add additional pages to the planning system. And what's so unique about the PDF annotation apps is if you use our index page, you can actually paste these pages and use the index page as a way of being able to create an artificial hyperlink to those master template pages you created. Now there's tons of different tiles. There's ones that are going to help you organize your life balance, build a SWOT analysis for yourself, contact logs if you're in sales, recipe books, you name it, there's tiles out there. And if you check out the link in the description, you can see individual videos about each one of those tiles and how you might personalize the system. So we got to this stage of the video and I have to ask you, if you're still here with me, what's the holdup? Why haven't you pulled the trigger? And it's probably because you have a few commonly asked questions. I'm going to go through a handful of those here in a second. But before I do, if you learned anything about this video, please go ahead and like it. If this content is good for you, please subscribe. And if you know someone that needs help with organization and planning their life, go ahead and share this video with them. And by all means, as I go through these commonly asked questions, if I don't answer one, go ahead in the comments and ask us. Jump on our website and start a chat. And I promise you, someone on our team will get back to you so that you can get the answers that you need so you can be successful in the coming year. So, some of the biggest questions that are asked. I'm going to go off this list because this is what was brought in front of me. How do I install the planner? Well, I'm going to tell you, installing the planner has been made very simple. When you order the planner, you will get an email, and at the bottom of that email, there will be a link to our website taking you to a specific video and written log on how you can install the planner on the system that you're using. There's a handful of different tutorials there. You should be able to complete this task within a few minutes of downloading the planner to your system. But please follow the instructions very clearly. We do offer support, so if you do get hung up, you can count on us to help you out. We also want you to know that if you see a download limit, that doesn't mean that's the number of devices you can install it on. It simply is there to help you recognize how many downloads you can make for our system. And at any given time you need those reset, please reach out to us and do so. Next question that comes up is this a subscription? Well, lo and behold, this is a one-time purchase, just like you would a paper planner. Now you purchase a paper planner every year, and every year we provide a new planner. We do have a subscription option if you'd like to enroll on that, and you will find that on the individual product page. This opens you up to a 30% annual discount on our planning system and allows you to get the planner at the early stages of its release so you can start planning further in advance. How often do we update the planner? Well, it is a calendar year planner, so every year we release an additional year planner that's dated for the year. Our planners always start on January 1st. Now, if you have a fiscal year or you're somewhere in the map where your year changes, I can tell you we offer bundles that you're able to bundle multiple years together, and you can bring your notes together. Even with like OneNote, you can actually merge part of our planning system into your own custom layout, so that way you can kind of timeline the planning system based on when you need it to look best for you. But we release a new planner every spring or summer for the coming year, and we communicate that through our newsletter. So please sign up. The link is in the description for the newsletter. Next question, does it work on all my devices? I hope by this time I did a good job at asking this question, because it will vary on the different application you're using and the different devices that you have. But if you're still unclear, great opportunity to start a chat with us and we will work through that with you. And can you upgrade? So say you want to start with a personal or professional planner, but you're really interested in the opportunities that the business and executive bring, or you want to have that 30-minute coaching session with me that's included in the executive or the complete edition. You can do that through an upgrade. The thing I will note about the upgrade is you will get a new download from us and you will import that as a fresh planner. You're not able to naturally merge your notes from one edition to the next edition. You would have to copy them. I encourage people to consider upgrading on a quarter-by-quarter basis, so that way as you start your planning process over, you have all your plans in front of you. Those are some of the most commonly asked questions, but if I didn't answer yours, please reach out to us. So what else can I do for you and what can I offer you? Well, I can promise you by utilizing our system, you will see real results. I've had the opportunity to coach tons of people over the many years we've been doing this, and being able to see and hear their stories about how they went from one place to another, they are brought from the darkness into the light, has been one of the most inspiring things of my life. That is why, if you are looking for support, we're here to provide it. We have 2 training programs, Series 1 and Series 2, that you will find on our website under Training and Support. These training programs are to help you build framework in your life so that your thoughts and ideas, that vision you have for yourself, is something you can bring into your daily planning. The other, about productivity improvement, Series 1, is there to help you get the most out of every single week. So take a look at those videos. They're very short, 6 to 8 videos, and no more than an hour to an hour and a half investment of your time. But you will learn about the system, how each page is used, and how you can use it to either build that framework or increase that productivity. Now, we also offer a number of opportunities for one-on-one coaching. Maybe you're going through a season in your life where you want support and you want to be able to move gracefully through it, or maybe you're expanding your business, your organization, or you're looking for an opportunity to have someone be a partner in that process. Our personal and business coaching mentoring programs are there and designed just for that. You can see the link in the description. It's also on our website. But there's a handful of different programs that we do quarter by quarter to help you work alongside the planner so that you can achieve your results. And I do this one-on-one as well as in small teams. Our goal here is to equip you with the tools that you need to have success. With the planner, with training, with coaching. It's all available to you in a click of a button. With that being said, Lord willing, I hope that I can hear your story and we can connect at one time or another. I'm Branden Bodendorfer, creator and founder of the Key2Success Planner, and let's make the next year the best year ever.